Welcome to Fear Asylum. Asylum.
It wasn't recorded.
It's Rubeni. It is being recorded.
No,
Rubeni?
it wasn't.
Who the fuck's Rubeni?
My wife.
I thought her name was Ruth.
My wife.
No, Rubeni.
That's not how we were introduced.
I know, right?
So, I'm just going by how I was introduced is all.
Word.
Word.
All right.
So anyway.
Gabe, are you ready?
Yeah.
Cool. So, welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to Fear Asylum podcast. And I'm joined by the gang, like always. Let's start with Joshua today.
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Wally.
What up, the warden?
And Reggie.
Good evening.
You're awesome, bro.
You can sit a little closer.
Yeah, please do.
Good
Actually.
evening.
I mean,
sit.
the chair is able to come closer.
Sorry,
Yeah, dude, you have so much to say and you're so quiet on that.
Like, you know who it reminds me of?
Billy Madison?
No, in Major League 2.
Oh.
The guy that was like the partner to the old dude.
Right. The baseball announcers.
Yeah. That's who he reminds me of. Yeah.
Especially when they start, chugging the whiskey.
Yeah.
Word.
Very common
Anyway.
occurrence.
All right. So tonight, guys, we're gonna read scary stories that we got from Reddit. And I know everybody did this before, but like we haven't done it. To me, it was like, holy crap! Just like a ton of fucking horror stories in here.
There's a ton of. They're actually.
It's like
they can
wow.
be really creative, actually.
I'll agree with that. They can be creative.
They can be.
I honestly I didn't find many good ones.
That's also.
That's also true.
Creativity does not equate to quality.
I don't want to take away from some of the creatives, but some,
I know.
I mean, I guess they're
It's like you're sifting through. Like,
they're throwing this shit out there and giving it a try, but some of them are just bad.
Yeah. I mean, more props to them. At least they're trying. You know.
Yeah,
what I
they're
mean?
trying. Like
Some of them were too long for what I felt like we were.
yeah,
gonna
some
do
of them
here.
want to write
Yeah.
books on Reddit.
Yeah. Like one homeboy got like my wife's not sleeping part 1, 2, 3 or some shit like that.
I read that one.
Did you read all three parts?
I did not read all 3 parts. I could not be asked to do that. But I was like, oh, okay. It's decently long.
It's
decently long. I was like, no, I can't bring that up. So I just skipped that.
But if you're one of those guys actually writing the stories, like, you know what? Don't give up.
Yeah, keep it going.
yeah,
Get better.
absolutely.
Because didn't that woman that wrote Harry Potter,
Oh boy.
Oh, hell, if you want to go.
wasn't she like in her mid to late 30s when she wrote that?
Or like when she finally made it rich. Yeah, she was.
No, not when she wrote it, like,
When she first wrote the book.
yeah.
I have no idea how old she was.
But she was like out of a job or
She
whatever.
was, she was a full ass grown woman. Yeah.
Like out of a job or whatever.
Yeah, I think.
And now a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Very controversial billionaire.
Yep. Can't
Well-
say I agree with a lot of things she says. But
well, that's not
respect
what
the
I want
grind.
to tell them. I want to tell them is like, yo,
Keep trying. You'll
keep
make it
writing, keep
eventually.
writing.
Yeah, you'll find your niche
Keep
eventually.
going.
And,
There's
you know,
a lot of people that didn't make it until they were adults.
Even Anne Rice.
yeah.
Anne Rice was in her 40s.
I mean, hell, even the woman that wrote Twilight, I think she was like a fan fiction author making like Harry Potter fan fiction, and then like she just took the characters, renamed them, and said, "This is my original story now," which is how we got Twilight. So in case you're ever wondering why the Twilight series is actually kind of bad, there
She had
you
a
go.
thing for teenagers.
I think so.
Okay.
And they're coming out with a couple more.
No, excuse me, it wasn't Twilight. That's my bad. I meant to say, what was that fucking book? Something Grey? 50 Shades
Fifty Shades
of
of
Grey.
Grey?
50 Shades of Grey. Yeah, there we
Are
go.
you?
That's
Yeah,
based on a fucking Harry Potter.
So she was writing Harry Potter fan fiction, or it was like Twilight fan fiction. I think that's how I got to get confused. And then she was like,
I think it's
I think it was
Twilight. I think it was
fan-
Twilight.
Yeah, Twilight fan fiction.
I am disturbed. I am really disturbed.
Oh, it
That
gets
is
better.
very perverse.
So with that fan
Oh.
fiction, she just took the characters, gave them original names, and were like, okay, this is my original story. I don't recommend you doing that if you're an aspiring artist, author, but there you go. You just gotta find it.
But this is funny that you brought that up because last time a Reddit story was read on this podcast, Alien episode, Here's the callback: 50 Shades of Grey alien. Because boy, did that person have some wild fantasy going on in there.
Not the most graphic thing I've seen online though. Not the most thing. Not the
no.
most graphic thing. But still, I mean, what dreams about aliens?
I mean, to each his own.
To each their own.
But like I said,
Yeah,
if you
I
guys
guess
are
it's something
writing,
about those heads, I guess I don't know.
if you guys are writing, like keep writing, and
Shaped like anal plugs.
well, let's not get gave into this.
No, the electrical is the sparks.
See, there you go. He's
See,
the
there
one
you
that
go.
wrote it.
Yeah. All right, Gabe. So let's start with you.
Oh,
Your
God,
story.
Just throw me under the bus.
Yes, sir.
They're trying to feel comfortable because they're, a little shy.
Oh,
We're shy, huh?
yeah. That's what it is. Got me there.
So what's your story about?
Let me read it.
No, I mean like
I read it.
the whole concept. Like, what is it? I mean, I know it's a scary story, but like, it's a ghost slasher.
I think it's basically a ghost or a fifth dimension type of thing.
So Helltaker.
Kind of. I was trying to wrap...
Hellraiser, excuse me, Helltaker. Oops.
Right, I chose the very short one.
Okay, let's hear it.
Actually, so, sleep did not come to me easily that night in the cabin in the woods. For the portraits on the wall only portrayed the deformed, the decapitated, and the damned. Sleep has never come easily to me ever again. For when I woke up, I found no portraits, only windows.
So it's like a little poem.
A horror poem, yes.
Oh, okay. Who wrote it? That was you? Was that yours that you wrote? No, I'm asking a serious question, man. Like, what the fuck are you staring at me, man?
No.
Was that you?
I know you wrote
the
your own.
people that are listening, I have a still creepy stare when I stare at people when I'm caught off guard. So
No, I
Don't
don't care
blame
what the
my
stare
brothers.
look like. There's an audio medium. You're supposed to respond.
I can't read that.
You can't read who wrote it?
Yeah, on the bottom it just says something.
Oh, so that's the one you got from Reddit?
Oh,
No.
so basically there's
Yeah.
there's no author to it. It's from boredpanda.com.
board band. Yeah.
I mean,
Now I know why he was bored.
Yeah.
okay.
So you understand that it was supposed to be a scary story.
It's kind of scary. Like you woke up and there's no portraits. You're
I mean,
just
it's
looking
more
at
like a
the window.
metaphor than anything else.
It's also
It
how
doesn't-
you speak.
I don't know. When I think
How you tell
scary,
a scary story.
I mean, you didn't really do a good job of that.
we're,
either.
we're, into,
I'm
we're,
not
in-
Good
like-
public speaker neither.
we're into
I'm
spook.
not, but like at least like pause. You know, it kind of reminded me of those kids in like
I think I was
sixth
supposed to.
grade when
Like, we're into spooky season, dude. We're not into that. I was like,
Hey man, it's also college season. That could be read in a college class.
yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
There you go.
At that point, I would
There
have
you
just
go,
read
Gabe.
the poem
full
that
grades right there.
at that point I would have just read the poem that
That could
fucking
have been one of my poems. Though.
Julia Stiles did on 10 Things I Hate About You.
I mean,
Word.
I could read the one that I did write.
You could.
You
Would
could
like
at
to?
this point you might as well.
Would you like to?
I'll freaking find it.
If you can find it.
Oh, I found it.
Roses are red, violets are
The
blue.
patient stood up in the room, cold and still, staring at the figure as the figure stared back, wanting to scream for help, yet not knowing if anyone else was there. The figure, a long, tall creature. As the patient went to speak, the creature spoke. Are you real or are you imaginary? Thing laying down in my bed. I then woke up in my room, so I thought as I glared at the empty space. It said, now you're in mine.
Right.
Is
That's
that
the
it?
end?
That's the end?
That's the end,
Oh,
right?
you should have said the end, man.
Well,
The
no,
end.
it's more, but it's more supposed
So you're working on it, right?
Like anybody can feed off of that.
I mean, I suppose it's a concept.
But basically the creature said, now you're in my room.
So the dude was actually the invader.
Yeah.
How'd that happen? Did he get like sucked into
No,
it, or like you want to
he's-
build upon it?
He's looking at the creature as the creature.
Oh no, who got sucked off?
The creature is looking at him like he's the creature. Do you get what's going on here? The guy thinks he's tripping, yet the creature knows he's real because the creature's not tripping.
Just
And
sounds
asking him, "Are you real? Like you're really in my domain?"
I think he just summoned like fucking Freddy versus
it just
Jason.
sounds like a crackhead on a bad trip that ended up in a gas station.
Nah, like I said, I think he just fucking summoned like Freddy versus Jason.
Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
Kind of.
On my not a chance list.
It was on my list with a chance.
Yeah, we know.
We know.
I watched it.
Yes, you
Everybody
did.
did.
No, he just like watched it like yesterday or something,
all right.
or the other day. Oh man,
I was trying to be as quiet as possible.
you're too big for that, dude.
I hate it. Don't remind me.
So yeah. I mean, so all I heard was like somebody sucked somebody off.
No.
Oh,
that wasn't-
no, never mind then.
That wasn't the.
I guess I was listening to the wrong story.
Yeah. Tony's still thinking 50 Shades of Grey.
50
Probably.
Shades of Grey Alien.
50 Shades of Grey Alien.
All right.
So,
So who's next?
Little touched home.
let's go with Joshua.
I'll go with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just pull up my story real quick.
I wish there was odds on DraftKings if we chose the same one.
Let's see.
Man, if we did.
Let's see. I got Lonely. This is written there, so this was found
Nope, didn't change this. All right.
All right, cool.
All right.
So this is written by That Eagle. So that dash eagle dash 5950. That's on r/scary stories. And the title is Lonely. And it starts as though, my mother was a lonely woman. She wasn't perpetually sad. She didn't drag around the house in the same pajamas for days on end. I didn't see any tears day to day, but sometimes at night I could hear her crying in her room. I could hear her whispering pleas to God, asking for a man. When she was sad, she worked in our garden a lot. We had fresh flowers, vegetables, even pumpkins sometimes. I would help her too, and I had asked her why she liked the garden. She said it was therapeutic. Like she could get in the dirt and bury all her problems and bad feelings away. Then they became something beautiful. It's good for the soul, she would say with a sad smile. My dad wasn't in the picture from even before I was born, and I think Mom was worried about me not having a strong male figure in my life. That way would stunt my emotional growth or cause me to have issues later on in relationships. My mom was pretty too, especially when I was younger. I would see the other moms give her a narrow stare when she came to get me from school, and how the dads would offer to come over to fix anything at our house we needed. My mom would always smile politely and say no thank you, but that didn't stop moms from their jealousy. I knew she would go on dates. She would tell me when she would. She was always happy for a while after the date, and then one day she would be sad again. When I would ask about it, she would just say the same thing. Sometimes things don't work out, but we all deserve love. I promise I won't ever give up on love. I would wish that she could meet a nice guy who maybe worked at a toy store or an ice cream shop. Then they could get married and I would make out like a bandit. But as the years went on, no new guy seemed to stick around. When I was 8, the crying at night stopped again. She had been on a date the night before, and I had a sitter from the neighborhood watching me. When I woke up the next morning, Mom was smiling and humming in the kitchen. "Are you making pancakes?" I asked excitedly. When she turned to me, she looked like she was glowing from the inside out. "Yes, I am. Do you want chocolate chips?" She asked me, pouring a spoonful of batter onto the hot skillet. "Yes," I cheered, pulling up my chair at our kitchen table. When we were eating, I asked her if her date was fun. She took a small sip of her coffee and smiled into the mug. "It was so fun. We talked all about you. He was also a gentleman and made sure I made it home safe, excuse me. That's very important," she responded, stars dancing in her eyes. "Is he nice? Can I meet him? Does he own a toy store? Does he have a dog? I want a dog. Does he..." Whoa, my mom interrupted me, laughing. "Maybe all that sugar was a bad idea. He's very nice, and I'm sure you can meet him soon." "How soon?" I asked, eyes wide. She seemed to choose her words carefully. "I suppose whenever the time is right," she answered, passing the maple syrup to me. I was ecstatic. My mom looked so happy, and I thought that maybe if I met him, he would want to marry my mom and live with us. The crying at night stopped immediately, but was replaced with low voices talking, a man and a woman. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but it sounded like the woman was upset. The next morning, I asked her who she was talking to the night before in her room. She asked, pouring her coffee from the pot. "I heard a man in your room. It sounded like you were mad," I clarified. She snorted and shook her head. No, honey, that's my audiobook. My doctor said listening to them before going to sleep would help me relax. I even listen to them when I take baths sometimes. They're very soothing. Remember when we went to check them out from the library together, she asked me? I did. She got a few different sets and they were hard cases. Oh, okay. Did they help? I asked her. She nodded. I think so. I've never slept better, she said with a smile. The next few nights the voices in her room continued, but they seemed quieter, like she turned the volume lower so she couldn't disturb me again. Several weeks went by and every morning she would glow. She would make the best breakfast. Every night was movie night. I knew it was because of her new boyfriend. As far as I knew, though, she hadn't seen him again in person besides their first date. Do you talk on the phone with him? I asked her. She laughed softly. Yes, we talk frequently. Why do you ask? She responded, turning towards me. You haven't gone out that night again. The babysitter hasn't come back, I explained. Ah, I see. I do see him when you're at school. We like to eat lunch together, which is easy for me since I work from home, she explained, smiling warmly at me. When can I meet him? I asked her. Soon, baby. Hopefully soon. I know he will just love you, she told me, pulling me into a hug. Can I know his name? I said into her shirt. Tim. His name is Tim, she responded. I couldn't believe it. I was getting everything I never thought I would have. I began to dream of family road trips, matching Halloween costumes, Christmas morning. Even though I didn't have a clear vision of his face yet, I knew he would be handsome and kind, exactly what my mom needed. I just had to be patient. A few weeks later, Mom let me pick a scary movie to watch for our movie night. She warned me that it would keep me up all night, but I assured her I wasn't scared. She reluctantly sighed and put it on, setting it into the couch with a glass of red wine. In the opening scene, there was a scary man in the house, and a teenage girl screamed and just backed up into the corner. Why didn't she call the police? I asked my mom. My mom snorted. In real life, she would, but this is a movie, so it's all pretend, she explained. 30 minutes later, I was holding a pillow in front of my face, shaking at the terrifying man that filled our screen. Okay, Ma, you were right. I'm scared. I whimpered when I turned towards her. I saw she was fast asleep on the couch beside me, snoring softly, her now empty wine glass still in hand. I flicked the TV off, cloaking the room in darkness before covering her with a blanket and moving the glass to the coffee table. Good night. I love you, I whispered, kissing her cheek. I went to my room and tucked myself in the bed. Nightlight on its brightest setting, but I was restless. I tossed and turned, imagining the jacket hanging over my chair as a monster crouched low. The curtains became a billowing ghost. The hum from the heater sounded like a growl. I sat up, sweating. I put my hands over my eyes and sighed deeply. Then I remembered my mother's audiobooks and how the dull conversation did sound soothing. I was sure she would mind if I borrowed some for the night, since she was sleeping so soundly in the living room. I left for my bed and walked carefully down the hall to her room, quietly clicking the door open so I couldn't wake her up. Her room had a soft glow. She left her lamp on next to the bed. I reached her nightstand, looking for the small tape player she thrifted a few years ago, but it was nowhere to be seen. Where is it? I whispered, gently moving books and jewelry boxes around the room, looking for the black box. Maybe she left it in the bathroom. I pondered out loud, opening the door to the wide space and flicking the light, and I wasn't prepared for what I saw. Some nights it's all I can see. A grown man stood in the shower, wearing a pair of what seemed to be basketball shorts, with chains around his ankles and wrists, bruises crowding his face and visible body, and deep cuts ranging from fresh to mostly healed. When I flicked the light on, he jolted, and his gaze snapped up at me. His eyes were filled with hate, venom. To this day, no one has ever looked at me with such disdain. I was waiting for him to scream or yell curse words at me, but I only heard muffled sounds. I realized his mouth was duct-taped. I gasped, stumbling backwards into the towel rack. What are you doing in my mom's bathroom? Who are you? I shrieked. I'm not shrieking, by the way. Side note, I'm not doing that. His eyes filled with panic, and he seemed like he was trying to speak to me, but I couldn't make out any of the words. I could feel my heart racing, like I was in my own scary movie, and then I remembered what my mom said. I'm calling the police, I yelled, running to my mom's phone, plugged it onto the nightstand. I picked up the phone and quickly dialed 911. 911, what's your emergency? There's a man in my house. He looks scary, and I don't know him. Okay, sweetie, are you home alone? The voice asked. I heard typing in the background. No, my mom is on the couch sleeping. We were watching a scary movie, but she had wine, and she said that makes her sleep more, I responded. Okay, police are on the way to you. How old are you? The lady asked me. "I'm 8." I cried softly. I could hear the chains rattling against the glass shower door in the bathroom. "Sweetie, don't cry. I'm going to stay with you. Can you find somewhere to hide? Stay on the phone with me." The cell phone was snatched out of my hands, and in the blur I saw it smash into the wall. I covered my face with my hands, waiting for the scary man from the shower to grab me and do the same. "What are you doing, my love?" a familiar voice asked me. I slowly moved my hands and my mother stood before me, her head tilted slightly for my answer. "Mommy, there's a man in the bathroom. He looks scary like the guy in the movie. I didn't want him to hurt you." I began to openly cry, big sobs that shook my small shoulders. "Oh, my baby," my mom cooed, wrapping both arms around me. "Is the man gone?" Oops, sorry, lost my place. "Is the man gone? I called the police like you said. I started to explain, and through our embrace I felt her stiffen. Did you tell them where we lived?" I shook my hand to my pajamas. I sensed her relax. "What did you tell them?" she asked. And I'm going to stop you here because I think I'm hogging up all the time.
What?
I mean, you want me to keep going? Because it's been about 20 minutes. Okay, I'll keep going.
We got us interested. Not 20 minutes. It's only been 5 minutes.
It's been like 15, but okay. You guys still want to hear it?
Yeah, man. You're close to the end, right?
Midway.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a bit of a long one.
That was one of the long ones.
It's one of the longer
that's
ones.
That's why I avoided them bad boys.
I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
I did the same thing.
All right, but let me just get through this one. "What did you tell them?" she asked. "I told them there was a scary man in our house, and you fell asleep when we were watching our scary movie," I told her. She laughed softly, kissing my head. "That's perfect. They will just think it's a prank or a sugar high kid. Good job, my baby," she said into my ear. "What do you mean, Ma?" "There's a man in your shower, and he's scary," I cried. "Oh, he isn't scary. You just weren't properly introduced," she said, softly leading me back into the bathroom, the sounds of rattling chains growing louder as we moved closer. When we got back into the bathroom, my mom left me by the door and stepped towards the shower. When her gaze fell on the man, her eyes lit up in a dreamlike way. "Honey, meet Tim. He's going to be your new daddy," she said with a joyful expression. "Tim? Your boyfriend?" I asked. The man's face contorted in pain as my mom took a closer step to him. She reached up her hand and softly stroked his face. "Of course. We've been seeing each other for months now. We eat lunch together every day and we have amazing conversations. He's a great listener. I wasn't expecting you to meet him like this, but he's lasted so much longer than the others. I knew he was a keeper." Ain't that the truth, huh, lady?
I see where this is going.
She smiles fondly at him and looks at me. "Others? Were there other men in my house?" "Come say hello," she said sweetly. I shook my head and took a step back. "No, Ma, I'm scared," I whimpered. "Oh, don't be. We're going to be a family now, the three of us, just like you always wanted, my baby," she told me, reaching her hand. I still didn't move. The man's eyes were locked on me. A pleading expression filled his face. Her face grew a puzzled expression as she crossed the room to me and knelt down to look me in the eye. "I don't understand. This is what you wanted. You should be happy," she said flatly, grabbing my arm and holding it a little too tight. "Ma, stop. That hurts," I whimpered. Her grip didn't stop as she looked at me expectantly. "Mom," I whimpered. Just then, a loud banging sounded across the house and the doorbell started to ring. All three of our heads snapped towards the sound. "I thought you didn't tell them where we lived," my mother said coldly, turning back to look at me. Her grip grew tighter and tighter. I saw my arm turn white under her grasp. "Police, open up," a booming voice sounded through the walls. The loud voice distracted my mother long enough for me to bite down on her hand, which finally released me as I ran to the front door. My mom screamed in pain and began to chase me. "Do not open that door," she shrieked. Just as we reached the foyer, the door bursted open. 2 police officers stormed in but stopped when they saw me and my mom. "We got a call about an intruder and a child potentially in danger," the male cop stated. "Oh," my mom laughed weakly. "Just an overactive imagination. I'm sorry for the trouble. It's my fault for agreeing to a scary movie." She tried to laugh loudly, but it sounded flat. The male cop's expression, didn't change. "Why did we get a report about a man in your house then?" he asked my mom. "Well, my boyfriend is over, and I think that's what it is. They hadn't met yet, so a little embarrassment for me, but not a stranger," she clarified, wrapping her arms around herself tightly. Uh-huh. Well, let me clear this up and speak to your boyfriend, and we will be on our way, he told her. No. He's in the shower. Probably won't be out for a while, but you have my word, she stammered, wiping her hands on her pants. We can wait. It's no trouble, the cop challenged. The other cop was a female, and she knelt down to me with a nice smile. Hey, kiddo. You said the man was scary. Did you see the scary man on TV, or was he in your house? She asked me. He's in our house, I whispered. Mm-hmm. And what about him is scary? I asked gently. He had bruises and scrapes all over him, and his mouth has tape over it. Mom is right, though. She said she's her boyfriend, I answered, looking at my feet. The room was silent for a moment. The first one to talk was my mom, who laughed. Oh, honey. Oh, this is a misunderstanding. The man has a bruise, and now it's a huge deal. I promise he's fine, she said quickly, her voice groaning in volume. Be that as it may, we are still going to need to talk to him. This way? The female officer asked, gesturing towards the hallway. It was silent again for a beat, before my mom exploded. She began to shriek and lunged at the female officer. She reached her hands up, trying to scratch her face. She knocked the female officer over and climbed on top of her, screaming, You can't have him. You can't take him away from me, she shrieked, trying to put her hands around the officer's neck while the male officer was trying to pull her off by the shoulders. As I watched my mom get slammed to the ground and handcuffed, I felt my heart break. This wasn't my mom. She was doing so good lately. We were going to be a happy family. She promised. More police officers showed up, and another female cop sat next to me while they went through our house. A few minutes after they arrived, the man from the shower was wheeled out on a gurney. We locked eyes for a second, and a single tear just ran down his face. We called your aunt. She's coming to get you, the officer told me softly. I nodded, but then remembered. What about the others? I asked. The officer looked at me with confusion. What do you mean, sweetheart? She asked me. Mom said he did better than the others. Does that mean there are other men in my house? I asked. Her face turned white, and she glanced up at the passing officer. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back, she said gently, rushing to say something quietly to the first officer who came into the house. He listened to her before his eyes widened and looked my way, walking over quickly. Hey, kiddo, how you doing? He asked. I shrugged. Yeah, I bet. So what did your mom be by others? Did you ever see any other man in your house? He asked. I shook my head. No, but she said Tim was here for months, and she's only been happy for months, so maybe the others were her other boyfriends, I said softly. The officer nodded. Was your mom happy a lot? He asked me. Sometimes. Sometimes she would be happy for a while, and then sad again, and then happy for a while, and then sad again, I explained. And what did she do when she was sad? He asked me. Oh, she said gardening helped soothe her soul because it felt like she could bury her problems, I responded smiling. There it is, right? There it is. That's why I picked it. The female officer from before quickly walked away. I heard her asking for people to search the backyard. The male officer just stared at me, his eyes glassy. The expression made my stomach hurt. Is my mom a bad person? I asked him. He didn't answer for a moment and finally responded, I don't know, but I know she loves you a lot. Before she left in the car, she made me promise I would look after you, he explained. The tears came again and the officer wrapped me in a tight hug. And later when the bodies were dug up from the yard and the trials began and went for a long time, I was starting to realize I would never see my mother again. But I heard my aunt whispering into the phone about the last day of my mom's trial. As she was found guilty of 6 murders, they asked her why she did it. They asked her to give her a reason to the families affected for closure. Apparently she nodded, turned towards the courtroom and said in a very clear voice, because we all deserve love, and I promise to never give up. And that's it. That's all the end. Yeah, but that little, the way kind of everything got kind of tied together with the gardening, this was the reason I picked it.
That was quite the twist.
Right? Yeah.
That was quite the twist. Yeah, but I'm glad I didn't pick one of the long ones. Because there was a couple good ones that were longer, too. And I was like, that's a little long.
I think I overestimated my ability to read fast. Because, like, I just ate, like, 20 minutes.
Well, it's...
He just gave me Grandpa Nap.
That's not shocking.
Grandpa neck is a crazy thing to say. Don't ever say that ever again.
Grandpa Nap.
Oh, you said nap. Oh, you said nap? Okay, you said. I thought you said he just gave me grandpa neck. I'm like, don't say that ever again, dude.
What the hell is Grandpa Neck?
You know what getting neck is, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, never mind then.
All right. So, did you start a
What
long
is
while?
it?
Yeah,
Getting
I'll read mine.
No, is your story long?
No. It was nothing like that. No.
All right, let's go with you then.
I was worried it was too short, but now I'm really happy with it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yours is
absolutely.
not, yours is not as
Good
short
choice.
as mine or as long as his.
Correct.
That's what she said.
But I'm not gonna read
Would you like me to get my wife to come here?
I'm not gonna read the title and writer yet. I'm gonna do that for the end because I want a little.
Okay, yeah.
A little.
Yeah, because a
surprise in
lonely
there.
title kind of explains it.
Right. So I'm gonna start. My best friend is Corey. He has been for over a year now. After my accident, things changed for me. I'd felt so alone, so confused. We met in the park. He was sat on the swing. I'd never seen him before. He said he had no parents, no brothers or sisters, no friends to play with. I felt sorry for him. We did everything together. Sleepovers, video games, adventures, you name it. But I heard the adults whispering complaints. It's just a phase. He's only 8. He'll grow out of it. He'll make real friends soon. One day, I couldn't find Corey. I checked everywhere. I finally found him on the swing back at the park where we first became friends. Looking at me sadly, he said he had to go and that I couldn't follow. I watched him vanish in the distance. I never saw him again after that. I feel so lost, so confused. His last words to me. My aunt says I'm too old to play with imaginary friends. The end.
Wow.
Shit.
So the imaginary friend is telling it.
Okay, I get it.
That was a cool little twist. That's
cool little
You think it was an imaginary friend or a ghost?
Well, it's the title of it is imaginary friend ?
Yeah, that will give it away.
So it could be like a ghost.
I think it's a ghost.
And yeah,
It's gotta be.
The Reddit user's name is the Spectre General.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a ghost.
Yeah.
But that was
But
nice.
a kid that doesn't know he's a ghost.
That's a scary fucking thing, dude. Jesus. There's a couple of stories I read like that where, like, the person doesn't know they're I mean, Sixth Sense.
Right.
Sixth
Well, no,
Sense.
the kid wasn't the ghost, though.
No, the kid wasn't a ghost.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis was the ghost.
But there were kids in that were
But I
ghosts.
do like rewatching and seeing, like, oh, okay, that makes sense because he's the ghost.
Right.
You know, like when the scenes where, like, the mom's talking.
You
by
start
herself.
catching the clues.
Yeah, exactly. Like on a rewatch, it's really good. It's really interesting to watch it again because, like, oh, it makes so much sense now. That's why he never got onto it.
Yeah.
And all right, so there was one here that was like a 2-sentence horror story, and well, I guess not a horror story, but a 2-sentence story. I guess
Those are
they
fun
call
too.
it.
Those are fun too.
Right, and damn, it's way up there. I lost it. I'll get back to it. Tony, you want to read yours?
I mean, it was only one story. I mean, would you want to read another one?
Is yours short or long?
Mine is short.
Yours is short.
Yeah, it's
Shorter than mine.
it's about as short as Wally's, because it was like by an anonymous
An anonymous what you
writer.
call it.
Well, 4chan.
So
Anonymous or anonymous?
Abandonment.
I'm anonymous.
Okay, just make fun of the fucking retard in the fur. Like,
All right.
All right.
you see how they make fun of the patient?
We're all patients here.
Yeah, we're all
young
patients
man.
here, man.
That's the lie.
All right.
I'm the patient.
So here we
They're
go. Here
the
we go.
Victims
This one's
stuck in
written.
the room with the patient.
Okay,
Okay.
Mr. Patient.
This one's written by Mercury, and it does like the old school emoji with the long face, I guess you would call it.
Was it like the little 2 dots
And then
the big smiley face? Not the
the
big smiley
the straight line. All right.
face. And there's like a little fucking what do you call it? Little arrow right there.
No, there's no arrow. It's just you'll see. Let me show you what I'm talking. The long face.
Oh, those. Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, those are the old ones.
Old school.
That's like
Let me see.
So, right there.
Oh, that is the old
It is.
school.
that's
Alright,
what all
so-
the anime watch would send to each other.
Yeah. So this one is called Scary 2-Sentence Story. It's not that scary, but I thought it was pretty interesting.
No, they're fun to read.
I told the genie that for my third and final wish, I wanted my family to be happy. And I started fading. ...
Jesus. Hey, that's your fault. You're dealing with a genie, dude. You're dealing with a fucking genie. You got to be very,
The gin.
explicit.
Well, genie.
Well, technically,
Gin is a bit different.
with things like that, you have to be specific.
Well, with gin is like gin is a general term. Genie is a gin, but gin is more like a general term for like elementals.
There's gin in other cultures and shit. This is like genie, like from Aladdin, genie. Three wishes.
Gin and the genie is the same fucking thing.
No, a genie is a gin, but there are different types of gin. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like there's birds, right? Mm-hmm. There's different kinds of birds, right? But not every. I should say. Fuck, I was going somewhere with that. I lost me. I was looking at you. That's why.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying.
All right, so my story is kind of short because I'm not gonna bother with the street names because basically it's like most of you guys are not going. Most of the audience is not gonna know where it is anyway.
All right.
So I'll probably kind of like tell like in my own way, I guess.
Why don't you just read it as it is?
It's just in Spanish.
Oh.
Yeah.
So read it as it is for a Spanish.
In Spanish. I don't know having.
Racist.
I'm not putting
Spanish
subs in,
too.
dude. I'm not putting subs in. I'm just letting you know.
So
way
the
too much
story
work,
is
man.
about it's a ghost story.
My apologies.
It's about a taxi driver. Late at night, about ready to go home. Name is Marco. It was around 12. Good one. It was about 12 a.m. He was ready to go home, right? This is in the way the guy wrote it is like this is in Latin America. He didn't say where, but whatever. So imagine it's almost midnight. Cab driver downtown in one of the cities, right? And he's ready to go home. So he's about to go home, and then he notices this girl, right? White dress, pale. So he's like, what is? He thought to himself like, what is she doing here at this time of night, right? Thank you, Gabe.
Shit. No, that wasn't Gabe. No, that wasn't his fault. I saw that. The hat just fell off. He wasn't doing anything.
All right, so he's like,
Creepy.
like,
Fucking Casper's about
So-
to get his dick cut off. He keeps on fucking.
what is she doing
I don't know where you got
at this time of night? So he pulls up like, hey, do you need a cab? Do you need to go somewhere? The girl that he says is about early 20s. He says, she's like, yes. Can you take me to this address? And she hands him the address on a piece of paper, right? So he's like, oh sure, like I'm going that way anyway, like towards that direction. So he's like, no, get in. And so the girl gets in, and he starts driving, and he keeps looking back through like the mirror, and he notices that she's not talking to him at all, like just like a dead stare, like and he's like, that's kind of weird, like, cause he noticed like that dress that she was wearing, but he thought was like white at the beginning. Is like had like stains, like dirt stains, right? It's like, yo, what happened to her or whatever, right? And so he asks her if she's okay. She's like, yes, I'm okay. I'm just going home, And he's like, okay, that's kind of weird. So first, like, he's like making conversation, and then he's like, oh, she's like, can you stop at this church first? Like, that's on my way home. And he's like, yeah, sure. Like, why not? But then he started like, why is she stopping at a church like at this time of night, right? So he thought it was very bad. He was like, for some reason, he like didn't make no fuss about it. So he stops at the church. She gets off. She walks into the church, right? And he waits for like 15 minutes, and he's like, what's going on? Like, whatever, right? So he goes towards the church, and starts knocking on the doors or whatever, because he saw her go in. And then like I guess somebody that was working inside like came out and just like I'm just looking for the girl that came in like 10 minutes ago. And the guy that was working there was like, there's nobody here, like we're closed. Like, it's at that point he said it was like around 12:30. She's like, no, like I just saw this girl that I'm bringing to her house, like go in. And he's like, no, like there's nobody here. So he's like, he goes back to the taxi, and when he's walking back to the taxi, like the girl like runs some behind him, right? It's like, oh yeah, I'm done, so now we can go home, right? So it's like, all right, cool, whatever. And at this point, somebody might have been like, well, I don't know, you don't think that's a little suspect or whatever, but okay.
Immediately.
So they get on the cab again, and he drives her home. When they get there, the girl's like, yo, so my dad's gonna pay for it, and I'm just going there and get the money, but just so you know, I'm not gonna stiff you for like the money. Like, here's this necklace, right? And he's like, all right, cool, whatever. So he sees her go into the house, and after like 20 minutes, she doesn't come out.
20 minutes.
And he's like, well, like this.
Fuck that. 20 minutes, I'm gone.
This is like
that kind of strange thing about the Johnsons type of family there, man.
So he's like,
what you gonna do for that money?
Come on, So he goes in, starts knocking on the door, right? And somebody like turns the light on, and he's like, yes, can we help you? He was an old guy around 60. He's like, yes, can I help you? And he's like, yeah, like he explains like, I picked up this girl, gave me this address, said she was gonna come get the money, and I've been waiting outside, to get the money. And he's like, there's no girl over here. And he's like, no, yes, I saw her come into the house, and like she gave me this necklace. So when the guy sees the necklace, he's like, where you get that? He's like, I just told you, like, the girl gave me the necklace.
Well, you paid attention, dumbass?
Like,
I just told you.
He's like, so this old guy describes the girl. And he's like, yes, that's the one. He was like, that's impossible. Like, you're describing my daughter, and like she died a year ago.
Oh shit.
So the chase driver was like, what? She was like, yeah, like she died a year ago. She was in a car accident, like, so we buried her like a year ago. So there's no way you could have that necklace, because we buried her with that necklace. So this guy Marco, he was like, I just gave him the necklace and got in the cab. I went straight home and had a fever for like a couple of days because he realized that he just had an encounter with a ghost.
And not from like the fucking necklace that was dug up. Because that will give you an infection, I think.
Well, he didn't know it was from
But
somebody
did
that was
he get
dead.
paid?
Obviously not. He got stiff
I
from
mean,
that,
the dad
right?
could have took the necklace and gave him the $20 or some shit.
Like, here you go. Something, right?
Well, imagine, like, for that to happen, it was like, both of them would be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. They both freaked out.
Yeah, at that point, they would probably just want to be, you know what, let me just go home and sleep.
And Pops is sitting there like, who the fuck ran in my house?
Now you got something else to worry
Now
about.
my shit is haunted?
My daughter just came back home. God damn it.
Well,
Nice.
most ghost stories are like that.
Hey,
Most
Now
ghost
that's
stories.
horrifying.
they don't do that again.
You sound like a
please.
girl, though.
It wasn't horrifying. That was...
It was more annoying.
You got to remember, microphone, headphone, scream. Not a good combination.
No, I got my headphones on. That still kind of shocked me. So
Yeah. But, like, with ghost stories, like, what you gotta think about maybe is, like, I don't know if we talked about it in this earlier episodes, but, like, what are ghosts really like?
I don't know. It depends on the ghost, I would think.
No, I mean, like, all right, so in this scenario, in this story is like the belief of you have a soul, you die, she died in an accident.
Technically, you don't die.
She died in an accident.
Well, I
So-
think that falls in line with Christian belief, I think.
Yes.
The soul.
But
Well,
like,
not only Christian, there's a few other.
yeah, but others that try to step out of that religious aspect of it with soul and whatnot being left behind and still want to believe in that, the spectrums, they lean towards the energy aspect. Like, all right, maybe your physical leaves, but your energy, you have your body's filled with energy, and that stayed behind.
Or the will, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Your conscience.
Like, for example,
your what?
Conscience.
Conscious.
Is that what it is?
That's how you
conscience.
I was really fucked up. Is he saying con science?
No, because
like, is he calling science a con, or is he trying to say conscience?
Conscience.
No, conscience is a con.
Your soul, certain by the soul.
I mean, but more to his point, like that, like with that girl, she was probably excited to get back home and see her family, and like the accident happened.
Probably another where she didn't know she was dead. Type
exactly,
of deal.
Like she doesn't even realize that.
Right.
She just
isn't that the story with most ghost stories anyway?
Right.
Well, it
I
depends.
mean, I kind of like that.
She was just trying to go home.
I just restarted watching.
Grandpa was angry. Like, why you bring her here though?
I just started rewatching The Haunting of Hill House. I kind of like the way they do ghosts.
Which one?
That
Yeah, that was actually a very good
one?
series.
The Haunting of Hill House. There's only one.
Netflix.
It's a series. Yeah, it's pretty
The
good.
series on Netflix. There's literally only one show with that title.
There's a movie.
No, you're thinking of
House on
the
Hill.
Hill, which is the one I talked about, which is trash. The remake anyway.
the remake. You know, I've never seen the original of that.
I haven't seen that one
And
either, so I
so,
can't
like-
say.
It's two different titles. It's two different
the
things.
House on Haunted Hill.
It's garbage.
Yeah.
The remake, yeah, it's trash.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you.
It got me when I was like 5 years old, but like now,
I mean, if you're
I
gonna
can
watch,
Boston
all right.
there.
So if you're a
Fucking
party,
garbage all day.
Them Reddit stories I was reading were all better than that movie.
like if you're at a bar or a party,
It's a damn
like
shame.
it's a nice movie to throw in the background, like you
yeah,
know.
when you
get
don't
the
have to pay
Boston
attention
accent
to it.
again.
But
Garbage.
like what if it goes with like a part of like the different dimensions, like
oh, now we're going into some science shit.
Yeah, like multi-dimensional, and they break through it, and they
Yeah.
appear as a spectrum type of thing. But then they wouldn't appear as like your daughter or your mom or whatever.
well,
type of shit.
maybe not multi-dimensional, but what about the multiverse? Where some version of them just
But isn't that multi-dimensional?
it's kind of two different things, but yeah.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, the merging of two dimensions is a possibility, but I don't know. I think I like it better when it's mysterious. You know what I mean? I like it when it's like unresolved conflicts or like someone not knowing that they're dead. I think that's much more like grounded. I mean, we're talking about ghosts. I'm talking about grounding shit. But
Right. That's all I'm talking about.
Well-
in my mind, I'm just talking about it's basically all make-believe.
That
Because yes, it's true. Nobody truly knows.
nobody knows.
that would be awesome.
But there
though,
are some aspects
if a
that
ghost would just come to our podcast and like sit like right next to Wally
that'd be funny.
and
That'd
not
be
even
funny.
realize like they're dead.
They want
Start
to
talking. Wally's like, what the fuck are you doing in my room?
True.
Anybody else getting that interference? Like there's a fourth mic talking. I don't get it. What's going on?
Totally Gabe.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna make a joke out of it. But all right.
I didn't really
I'm not
realize
dead,
that.
yeah.
I was gonna see if I could trick him into believing it was
I
dead.
have died before, but not
Yeah,
dead
sure.
completely yet. Yeah, it was like milliseconds.
Alright.
No one else sees Gabe besides us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, a lot
Those
of people,
those lucky 8 billion people.
Right? Absolutely.
at least 7 million see me.
At least you're like Casper, dude. If you were actually dead,
Probably.
like harmless.
More annoying. A more annoying version of
more
Cal.
Well, I
That's
could
fair.
be
You'd be-
harmful,
No, you'd
but
be-
I had one of the best therapists in the world
You'd be stinky.
that said, I know what your problem is.
You'd be Uncle Stinky.
And they actually came up with a solution. She was awesome.
Good for her.
Yeah.
She did what she was trained to do.
Yeah, it saved a lot of people's lives.
So we're getting closer to Halloween, guys, and well, it's been
I'll be walking around with skin suit.
we've been trying to get more listeners, and
You're not wearing a
yeah, we're
swimsuit
working
right
on
now.
it. But
I meant
we
like a
do
coat.
really want to drop some. We're already late for Halloween, but we do really want to drop some Christmas merch on you guys. Hopefully, you're up for it.
Word.
Yeah.
You know,
We got some funny ideas.
some horror theme Christmas stuff, and then we'll
Gremlins.
Actually, that could be. Yeah, it's a
yeah,
good idea.
we don't get the rights to any of that.
Take the
We don't
Gremlins.
have the
That could be on my
rights,
movies to
Mark
watch in
White.
December
Like, what
list.
the
Yeah.
Gremlins, yeah.
hell?
No, just take the Gremlins.
We
call
don't
them
have. May we please use one Mark White?
Did you see that moment? I saw at the moment when his brain went from
sober.
to.
Yeah, I saw it.
It was while Tony was reading the
Is
story.
there a
It just
and
fucking
immediately
switched.
Is there
So-
a moment?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway, so I think
So
it was a
right
good
now-
episode.
Yeah,
so,
you're fucked up is what it is right now.
Yeah, I thought it was a good episode. Some
that was
We
fun.
did. We
cool
did
stories.
good. And Tony was trying to talk. He was trying to point out that we're gonna have some Christmas merch, shirts, maybe stickers, shit like that.
And your head busted me in the neck.
And
What?
but yeah, so like I said, we're still trying to keep this shorter than usual. So
Yes,
next
we are.
week or I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about next week, but it's
Well, we're
definitely
gonna
be
have
horror
something.
theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
It's gonna be
The Halloween
Halloween,
theme.
Halloweeny, spooky season.
Yeah,
we
spooky
might
season
go
time.
out. We might
Yeah.
go out, have some fun, and talk about that, or we might just
We might go to Sleepy Hollow on the same trip.
Might.
I don't want to go on that ride, dude.
No, there's a trail like right by my old school.
Yeah, it's a
My old Clearview school. Like
Yeah,
you could
it's-
actually walk it. The tree is still there.
Cool.
The,
The
the
tree
tree
that-
from the movie that doesn't actually exist in
Exists.
real life.
Cool.
No, it really
Awesome.
exists. There's a friggin' fucked up tree there.
freaking.
I know most trees like fucked up anyway.
I guess it's a dead tree.
Yeah.
Actually,
It's
trees
always
are
been
like
there.
if they're old enough, trees can get kind of creepy depending.
Like
on
it doesn't.
Oh,
even get
definitely.
cut down.
Like especially the ones down in
They
the
won't
south,
cut
the way
it down,
like
they
the
won't
No, but
Right.
he's talking about the one with the
That the horseman jumps out of in the
yeah.
movie.
that doesn't happen in the
No,
book,
Right.
right?
not at all.
So like,
But
got
they refuse to cut that tree down.
probably because there's no reason to cut it down because it's a tree.
It's dead.
Yeah, but-
Okay,
All right. So
so
thank you guys.
thank you. Tune in.
Tune in. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook.
If you notice, we have been posting more recently,
Mm-hmm.
so
We
we're gonna
appreciate it if
we're
you
gonna keep trying to put more content on
Mhm.
Instagram.
Thank you for the love on my Zoolander. Pics.
Oh, you should have seen him. He was so shy too, dude.
Yeah.
he's enjoying
my
it
god!
now.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
didn't
so
even.
yeah, those pictures come out good.
Like me,
Mhm.
of all people.
So thank you guys, and like I said, we're gonna keep it like spooky season
And thank you, Nancy.
theme
Of course, we
for
gotta
the
thank
whole
girl.
month. So
Thank you, Ashley Barker.
Yeah.
Ashley Barker, great. She took
Yes,
great
Ashley
photos.
Barker.
Nancy, Wally, they all did their shit. They all did a great job.
So thank
Yo,
you guys,
Oh,
and
and what's her name? The bartender.
Oh, from the
Michelle.
Michelle.
Of course,
Yes,
gotta shout
Michelle.
the girl out.
Sorry,
Shout out
Michelle.
Michelle in the library.
It's my wife is called Rebeni Michelle. It fucks me up.
Okay, moving
All
on.
right.
Moving on.
so
Yeah.
goodbye, guys, and guys, any send offs you're gonna say?
I don't know. I
Goodbye.
hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys want to hear more
Please.
popcorn reading, this was obviously very experimental. So if you guys enjoyed it, let us know in the comments. And if you want
We'll
to hear
have
more,
Wally read Twilight. That's his horror.
if you guys want to hear more popcorn reading, please let us know in the comments.
Yes, please.
Yes,
Leave a comment, review, and we'll see you next week.
that's it.
Thank you guys.
All right, cut.
Take care, guys.
Good night.